Welcome back to yet another unboxing video here on my channel. This is Andy in Singapore. For today's video, we have this Citizen ready to be unboxed. I don't remember seeing this kind of packaging from Citizen. Usually they come in bigger boxes. And ta-da! This is the watch for today's unbox video. It's one of those newer models from Citizen. So I think this is an Eco-Drive model. Let's check out the hang tag. Reference number is AW1760 and it runs on caliber J810. So the AW1760, I think this model, it was launched mid last year and they had a few colorways. I believe there's a yellow looking one, and of course we have to unbox this one, which is turquoise. So I was told by one of my viewers I should stop mentioning the T word. So, you know, this year I unbox and review quite a few T dial watches, and I think I'll just use the word turquoise to describe this color. This is the in thing, alright, in color. Every watch, every company, they have to have this style color. T for turquoise, and this is like sort of a diver watch style, and I'm very sure it is not ISO rated because the moment I took it out, I play around with the crown and there is no screw-in crown. And now with the lens zoom in very slightly and with the packaging out of the way, let's take a closer look at this Citizen Quartz Diver. I love this style color. I think very soon every watch in my collection will be in this style color. And we've got a bezel here that does not rotate. Okay, I'm not too sure if it is too tight or what, but it looks like it is a non-rotating bezel. Looks like it should be rotating. I mean, it's got coinage, bezel and all that, and markers and markings and all that, dive markers. So, okay, so obviously it's not rotating. I don't want to put in too much force and ruin the watch. This is a loan set from our boutique, so as usual I'm not going to remove any of these protective layers. So let's talk about the key specs of this watch. If I'm not wrong, this is a 42mm K size and it is rather flat, coming in at around 12mm if I'm not wrong, thickness. But it does have this very ugly looking Cyclops date, and I think it adds about 0.5 mm to the overall thickness. So we've got a host of generic looking parts. The crown looks generic. It is unsigned. The bracelet here looks super generic. The design looks like it's a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, with a very standard looking clasp, which is stamped, as you can see here. We've got folded end links as well, so don't expect this to be some sort of a high-end watch. It comes in at under 300 Singapore dollars, or I think it's closer to 250. So do not expect anything high-end. The crystal here must be some sort of mineral crystal. I like this beveling here. So is this called some kind of a top hat or something like that? Some plus points on this watch, namely the Eco-Drive movement, so you don't have to worry about replacing the batteries every 2 to 3 years for standard quartz movements. Alright, other than that, I will give it some plus points for this dial color. Turquoise, alright, it is not the T for something brand dial, okay? Not allowed to say that word anymore. This watch here from afar sort of reminds me of the Oris 65, I think. That model line, that kind of diver where it's got a very slim bezel and no crown guard look. Alright, so this one here is more of a vintagey style, and I don't know why, it's so vintage that even the bezel does not rotate. Let's do a quick check on the lume on this Citizen Quartz Diver. Despite not being an ISO rated diver, I would say this lume here is really bright, nicely applied, and I would say, for the citizen divers and watches I've reviewed, the level of lume, I think is on par with Seiko. This lume here is really nice, really good. So let's do a really quick size comparison between the Citizen Quartz and the BB58. As I mentioned earlier, just before this comparison, I talked about the thickness of the bezels, and here you can see the BB58 actually has a slightly thicker bezel. We're looking at 39 versus 42, and yes, the difference is evident. So the Citizen is obviously a much bigger watch, 42 K size. L to L is pretty long here, coming in at close to 50 if I'm not wrong, 49 or 50 millimeters, and it does have a 22 millimeter lug width, so I dare say this is going to be a strap monster. You can put it on a really nice rubber strap. I think this watch does have the rubber strap version. Obviously that will come in slightly cheaper. So overall I would say, if you're looking for a daily beater for not a lot of money, Eco-Drive movement, very decent accuracy and fuss-free kind of wearing experience, I think it will be a good idea. But so even at this price point, I think there are so many other different watches to look at. For me, I think I'll just top up, pay double the price and get PRX and be done with it, be happy. Because as it is, this one here, everything looks pretty basic. The bracelet here, non-solid end links, etc, etc. Even the dial construction is nothing fantastic. Everything here is printed, very simple. So apart from the dial color here, you're not getting something that is very special, very unique. The parts, the finishing, I would say is a so-so quartz watch, entry level kind of thing. So I'm not going to do a full length review on this one because there's really nothing much to review about this watch. And this is Andy in Singapore signing off. I'll see you next week for more watch videos. Bye.